And just when you thought it was safe to tune back into this channel, they decided to put me back in charge.
Whoever actually said it was safe?
I didn't. I said just when you thought it was safe.
I'm just saying, why would anybody think it was safe?
Because
why would you?
I wasn't in charge last week, therefore it was probably safer.
I was. No, it wasn't.
You were here. It still wasn't.
Yeah.
True. And apparently I did. Apparently I saved a rhino's life last week, so.
Yes, you did.
Anyway, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to, we are back on our regularly scheduled Bay City Chronicles. This is going to be the Book of Fate, Chapter 5, Fata Morgana. And we do have, we also have our lovely cast of characters. We have got all the single ladies for OPT Lawyer. We've got the naughty girl that is Nerestra. Ring the alarm, we've got Dark Falls. And Crimson Avix is no angel. Bonus points if you get that reference. You four don't count because I told you.
By the way, the four of us are also survivors. We're going to keep on surviving.
You ain't gonna give up?
You're doing it to us, I'm doing it to you, T.
That's perfectly fine. I didn't want to go with the easy ones.
Well, in my defense, I didn't go Beyonce, I went Destiny's Child.
You did, but I mean, let's be fair.
I mean, TGE's the one chasing waterfalls.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Wait, we're going TLC now?
Yes. I mean, I'll stick to the rivers and the lakes, that's fine, but... I mean, seriously, Nora, we don't want no scrubs here, bro. And Krim hates every single one of us right now.
Hey, I haven't
So it's a normal day?
Yeah, pretty much. So, it's been a little while, so I hope you all remember what the hell happened, because I didn't.
I asked King Arthur which king he was. That's what I remember.
Right, and you were really hoping
King
he was
of the
going to be
Britons.
Yeah, you were going to hope it was the King of Spades, weren't you?
I think Lucha was going more for the King of Clubs, but...
Okay.
Ace of Spades is much better.
Right.
Ooh.
Good Motorhead.
Motorhead! Motorhead! I love it! Oh!
It's
Rest in
going to be
peace,
a
Libby.
long night, isn't
It
it?
is going to be a long night. But anyway, so what happened last time is, for lack of a better description, y'all went inside the ringscape of Ven's Ring, where you discovered what was one of the Knights of the Round Table who had been tricked into guarding what he thought was the tomb of his slain King Arthur. After I don't want to say climactic fight, y'all just sort of, Arthur showed up and said, stand down, and he kind of stood down. So, I mean, sometimes it just happens that way. So then you guys got transported back to Ven's house, learned that Phantasm is now the conduit for the memories of the Mage Merlin, whereas Anton is still the conduit for the spirit of King Arthur. And you determined that you probably need to break the curse on Excalibur. And to do so, the only places you guys could come up with to think of to go was to purge it in the volcano Mount Etna. As you guys were going to be getting some sleep, Van had said he would craft basically an Endure Elements spell for y'all. Well, for three of you, because one of you doesn't care about the volcano. Yes, that's you, Malkir.
I'm aware.
So, we sort of left off with everybody sleeping. So, is anything crazy happening while y'all sleep? I mean, also, and Lutra did ask King Arthur what king he was, and was very disappointed that it wasn't any of the four suits.
So I guess I should figure out when Lucha's gonna wake up. So what time did we actually go to? Was it like late when we got back, or?
Ish.
Right. And we did that whole thing with going to back to Bay City and coming back here in like one day, right? So, Lucha's probably going to wake up at like 5 in the morning. No, he's probably going to wake up later, like 7, because my guess is he stayed up later, just thinking stuff over. So he's going to wake up at 7 and try to make breakfast with whatever's in Ven's house or whatever.
It is a typical Creole kitchen.
Not having any idea what that means.
Shrimp and grits.
It means you're making shrimp and grits or bubble and squeak.
Best damn grits you've ever had.
Now that's breakfast.
Now that is breakfast. Shrimp, grits, red-eye gravy, the whole shebang. How Lutra, an otter from Northern California, managed to perfect a Southern Creole dish, we will have no idea.
He watched all that time he spent watching the Food Network and oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name.
Emerald?
No, big lady. Southern.
Paula Deen?
Valentine.
Butter!
Yeah. Yeah, Ven is also now completely out of butter with how much of it he actually had.
Joke's on you, it's margarine.
I walk away and I walk back to talking about Paula Deen.
Lutra crit his breakfast roll, so y'all have some massively deliciously buttery shrimp and grits with red-eye gravy.
Okay.
Gosh, I've never made anything like this before. I didn't even know I could do this. This is amazing.
Wait. If he crit it, doesn't that mean that we all get our own desired, like, breakfast entree?
Fortunately, we are limited to what's in Ven's house.
All I said was it's a typical Creole kitchen.
And I said I have no clue what that is.
Yeah, I don't eat Creole food, so.
Well, I get my eggs hollandaise.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, Eggs Benedict is easy to do at this point.
Right.
Malcolm would settle for Belgian waffles.
Okay.
You have someone give me a quartile set.
15 and 20.
Ven does have a waffle maker.
Nice.
We're having to make rolls to find out if we have waffle makers. What have we reduced ourselves to?
That is true. Like, the truest essence of tabletop is when you roll for everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there a problem with that?
Is there
No.
sugar?
Yes.
As long as
Yes.
Dark's not rolling.
If you're in a southern kitchen, yes.
Right.
That's not even a roll.
That's not
Let's say,
that's automatic.
Southern Kitchen rules number 1. Is there butter? Yes. Is there sugar? Yes. Is there grits? Yes.
I have 2 weeks of bad rolls saved up, so it's gonna be a long night.
That's
No,
okay.
don't worry. We took
We
care
took,
of this
we
battle.
took care of it last week.
Yeah.
We all did.
Like all of us, even me. I did not get like DM magic on that one.
No, I didn't have my normal stretch of good luck, but yeah. So yes, surprisingly enough, Graham does show up during breakfast. Dr. Crescent does, but there is no sign of Ven at all.
Lucha goes up to Ven's room. Okay, is this house like 2 stories or 1 story?
Yes,
or what
it is. It's 2 stories.
Alright, so Lucha kind of pads upwards towards Ven's room and knocks on the door gently.
You hear nothing.
Ven? Hey, Ven, I made breakfast.
You get no response.
She kind of keeps saying, Ven, if you're not in there, say something.
You hear nothing.
Where's the piano? He can try playing Saria song.
Sadly, the piano's way back in whatever. All right. Guys, I don't know if Ben's in there, and if he is, I don't know if he's awake, and he's not waking up. Should I just go inside and see if he's there?
He's not in there.
So Richard does finally open his door and look inside. Like, okay, so
It's empty. The bed doesn't look like it's been slept in literally in weeks.
Guys, Ben's gone.
At this point, Graham just sort of looks up from the table and shakes his head. No, he isn't.
What do you mean he isn't? He's not in his room.
Yeah, I know.
So where is he?
That would be in the downstairs lab.
Oh! Okay. Richard just pads off and starts going.
Don't. Just finish eating.
But I made food for everyone. I mean, it's gonna get cold.
Trust me. Yeah, it's better if the food gets cold. Trust me on this.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so what's going on downstairs?
Fant?
Yes.
If I gave you the instructions for a ritual, would you be able to complete it?
Oh my god, when do we follow directions? Yes, I'm sure I can.
Okay, good. Because ever since everything happened, Dad's been sort of forcing himself to stay awake with a spell. He hasn't slept in weeks. I basically told him point blank he needed to, or... Yeah, so anyway, he's asleep in the lab. And the ritual's been prepared. It just needs someone with magic to actually complete it. And since you kind of have some of his magic, I guess, inside you, I think it works that way. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go with that. You know, if I fully understood exactly everything that's happened with this magic so far, you know, I would totally agree with you. But yeah, we'll just go with what you said.
Yeah. I think that it's better that we don't fully understand what's happening. Also, he looks at Lutra. You can stay and cook anytime.
Oh, thank you. I love it. It's great to hear things like that.
Yeah, and then you hear this. It's kind of hard to get good Southern cooking when you're dealing with somebody from the North. He sort of says that tongue in cheek.
Oh, well, I'm actually from space, so I'm not really from around here. But I watch a lot of Food Network.
No.
Lucha just looks really perky and happy.
Great, we've got a perky otter. Not to be confused with its substitute turkey otter, which is just like turkey bacon but worse.
Right.
So would that be a turkey in an otter disguise or an otter in a turkey disguise?
Whatever it is, it's utterly ridiculous.
You're not wrong.
So what would be an otterducken then?
Oh. I suppose it's better than a turduck creme.
Turducken comes around every year.
Yep,
Is
and I
that
cringe
like,
every time.
I'm having like Star Wars flashbacks where they slice open the snow thing and Luke just crawls into it.
Oh, yes. So, now that we've had discussions on Turk Otter and Toph Otter, What are y'all doing after breakfast? I think I know what at least one of you is doing.
Well, is there any place to actually like do any kind of workout or training or just burn energy or something like that?
There's a backyard.
I didn't know if we could actually go out into the backyard.
Yeah, there's a
I was gonna say
sliding door.
not inside because it looks like an old person's home, and the aspect ratio makes it look very claustrophobic.
Right. Well, no.
The aspect ratio.
Right. No, I'm talking more about, the safety of everything, stepping outside and being seen or whatever. But no, okay. Bishop goes out into the backyard and starts like stretching and kind of meditating and just clearly doing some kind of workout routine that he's kind of made up.
Malkir would be sitting in one of the chairs, sharpening his scythe to get it battle ready.
So, Fant, would you mind?
Well, give it here and let me look it over.
He hands you a quite detailed instruction list on the ritual. And you can see check marks. Like, it's a magical, basically notes. And there are check marks next to certain things. It's like all the setup things have basically been done. It's literally just the last step is incantation. It's got like the incantation instructions with the somatic components.
How you didn't get this thing from IKEA?
Trust me. Do you know how hard it is to perfectly inscribe runes when you're not the one who invented them?
Alright, so you said all this is taken care of except the incantations.
Yep.
Alright. Well, I'm going to go review these just briefly because the last thing you want to do is screw up a magical incantation.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to go make sure I'm not going to sit there and Wingardium Leviosa anything.
Yeah. As you say that, one of the plants in the corner starts to float. Graham just looks. Dad thought that joke was funny every time, so he literally enchanted a plant, so every time someone said it, it would float.
It should be every time someone says it right.
Yes, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. So Lutra is stretching, Malkir is sharpening, Vant is studying. Anton, what S word are you doing?
Sleeping.
He had his breakfast and he's back to sleep.
It takes a lot of sleep and sustenance to sustain two entities.
One's just a soul.
That's still two souls.
How
One
do you
cup?
sustain a soul?
Food. Chicken soup, to be honest.
Aha.
Yes, but is it straight from the coop chicken soup?
That's chicken soup for the soul.
Yeah, as you're browsing through the bookshelf, you actually see a book that's Chicken Soup for the Double Soul.
At this point, Anton's up and sees this and is like, I'll take this for later. Mid-flight reading.
Yeah. Although technically you don't have a plane right now. That's technically still back in Bay City.
I'm sure we'll solve that problem. So, something about going and cleansing my sword, guys? Volcano? Anyone remember that? Or was that a dream, too?
Volcano sounds fun. Question is, how are we going to get there?
We're just still outside, so.
And Fant's studying. And Grim is waiting for Fant so he can show him a path to the underground magic lab.
Okay, so Fant finishes. Believes he has everything done.
I suppose you're ready then?
As ready as I ever can.
You're going to have to gather everybody because they're going to have to be close for this to work. I'm not going to whistle loudly because there's a microphone right there and it would be bad, but Graham just goes like, yeah, I'll know that type of thing.
Is he trying to call all of us in?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, they're just still outside.
Well, that was the point of the loud come over here whistle.
I know, they're just still outside. Specifically, he's still outside because he didn't hear it.
Does he have headphones in? When did Luther get headphones?
No, he doesn't. And if anybody wants to know, they're going to have to come out here and look.
Anton, you want to go get the otter?
Oh, I always have to get the otter. Fine. Anton's gonna walk out and then discover what the otter's up to.
So, when you get outside, you see Lutra So, you know, you would see somebody like shadow boxing or sparring or just practicing like karate moves or something like that. You see Lutra kind of like continuously swiping forward with his claws. And he's clearly trying to do something because he's concentrating before he does it each time. He's concentrating very hard. He doesn't even hear you come out. But it's like he swipes his hand forward. He pulls back, like counts to 5, and keeps doing it over and over and over again.
Anton just sits here for a little bit, observing this for sneaking up behind Lutra and tapping him on the shoulder.
So right before you do that, as you approach him, the last time he does it, sparks kind of float around him, coming up from his cosmic radiation. They don't hurt you or nothing. It just looks flashy.
So we now have a glittery space otter.
It's not glittery, it's electric-y.
It's a glittery space otter.
Okay.
Lutra!
Ah! Oh! Huh! Huh? Oh, hi! Anton, right? King, which one are you?
Whichever one you want.
Oh, so hi, Anton.
Hi, Lutra.
What's up?
What's with the glitter spark?
Huh? I don't know, I was just trying to do something. I keep discovering more and more about my this what did Casey call it? Cosmic radiation inside me. So I was trying to channel it or something. I don't know. It didn't feel like I'm doing it right.
You had glitter coming out your butt.
And what?
You had glitter coming out of your butt.
Lucia looks confused.
Come on inside. Let's go. I think they're ready for us to go on our next.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep shaking my head.
Graham is shaking his head
Not
with you.
not fan, just
Yeah.
me.
So at this point, you're sort of led down into this. Well, I mean, it's definitely a laboratory like you read about, but instead of like all your sciencey things, it's not quite evil sorcerer levels of crazy magic stuff, but it's definitely a magical research lab. And as you guys are led down there, you see a somewhat impatient-looking phantasm just being like,
Oh no, Fan's not impatient. Fan is unresponsive. Like, he doesn't even notice I'm walking.
fair enough then.
Malky would probably be the impatient one.
Lucia gets down there like, oh, hi everyone. What's going on? We have a basement?
Yes. There's an unlisted basement. Do you really want to list this so people are coming in for love potions and any of the other crap?
No, but you have love potions? Do you have love potion number 9? I hear that one works really well.
You look. By the way, as you look around, there's like in the back corner of the lab, there's like a place that was clearly made with a bed, and there's a passed out Ven on the bed over there. Graham just looked at you, and you have to deal with this on a daily basis.
Before anyone can
Bless
really
your hearts.
before anyone can really acknowledge what Graham just said, the door to the room shuts and all the lights go out. And Lutra, Anton, and Malkir find that they are immobilized. They cannot move.
So what is going on? Because Lucia would be able to see.
Actually, nothing different. It's just there's no lights now.
Oh. Hey, what?
Over Lutra's grunting, Fan's incantations start to become audible, and you can hear him speaking, but because they're incantations, they aren't really language, so Lutra really wouldn't be able to decipher them anyway.
Lucia just kind of sighs loudly. So it just says, why don't we just do things without telling everybody what's going on first?
More fun.
It's not really. He doesn't even try to move anymore. He just kind of like, I don't know, lets his weight just kind of sit there and just like waits.
Now, Anton and Lutra feel something. Malkir does not. But your body heat is intensifying.
Huh?
You're starting to
getting a
get
little
very,
toasty.
very warm.
Is it hot in here to anyone?
It's always hot in here.
So hot and
No.
no.
And then everyone will be able to see this. Lucha more so than the others because he does have night vision, and it would really just appear super bright to him. But you just see two red glowing orbs coming from where Fant was standing. His eyes are a bright red right now.
Fat, what's going on?
He doesn't respond at all. He's still muttering incantations.
He just kind of sighs, more annoyed than anything else right now.
And finally, you see basically a flame erupt around Phantasm, and then maybe a second later, flames erupt around each of you.
Ah!
But the flames emit no heat.
Ah!
That's a cool trick.
My character just kind of shrugs and says, "Hey, I can do that too." With less prep work.
Suddenly, the flames sort of just go up into small little flickers of light and go light up all the candles again. And Phantasm's eyes go back to normal. He turns around. You guys feel like you can move, but your legs are a little rubbery right now.
So Lucha kind of falls down.
Graham's just sort of looking at you with a "that's not how that was supposed to go" look on his face.
Hey, Fat.
I may have lived a little bit.
Fat, could you do me a favor?
But don't do that again.
Okay, that was going to be the first one. The
Yeah.
second one was going to be, will you please stop doing things without telling us first?
All this was to help you in the volcano.
You could have said that before you did it, sir.
I wasn't waiting for anyone.
I told you what you were coming down here to do.
Ugh.
Could have at least said, "Hey, it's gonna tingle a bit."
Yeah?
Well, to be fair, that's the first time I've seen it be quite that dramatic.
You mean that's the first time it's really been done?
No, I mean somebody might have improvised.
Oh, great.
Oh,
You guys weren't down here when they
improvising?
started, so
Never.
I wanted to make sure when you guys got down here, you stayed here.
I wasn't going to leave.
Well, you did disappear on me before.
I have
How
a
many
belt
times have
that
you
turns me
disappeared on
invisible.
us?
Anyway, that should provide you with the protection that you need.
Should?
Yeah, should?
I'm sorry, I haven't gone and jumped into a volcano yet to test it.
Well, I vote we throw Lucha in first.
No!
Do you doubt my ability?
No, I'm just saying Anton goes first. I've seen this before. 1, 2, 3, not it.
Okay, kind of just shakes it and just says, "I'm the fire type person. I'll go first."
Yeah, but you didn't have the ritual done to you.
Exactly.
No, I still did the ritual to him. He just didn't notice any of the ritual because He wouldn't realize that his body temperature is rising because it's naturally high.
Fair. Okay, so now we're protected from blazing heat in the volcano?
Yes, I still wouldn't recommend jumping into the lava, though.
Wasn't really
So
planning
not
on it.
Good to know.
By the way, are we still are we still feeling like really hot now? Is that a thing that's just gonna last?
Oh, no. The temperature rising was just the beginning of the protection.
Fair enough.
Though your fur is a little matted from the sweat.
Well, I'm sure. How long does this last, anyway?
Graham?
Yeah. Anywhere between 24 and 48 hours.
So we should be going right now. Because I don't want to be there when this runs out.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Metro here. Let's go.
Okay, just kind of sighs and falls off her.
Phantasm leaves the room and just gives a smirk to Graham as he's leaving.
You get a wink back.
Could have just played along, you know.
You could have warned me to do so.
But yeah, Fant walks back upstairs and goes to the bedroom and changes into an outfit that does not don his trench coat.
Can't imagine why we're not wearing a trench coat in a volcano.
But he still does have his katana. You can finally see the pistol that is kept on the back of his belt.
Lucha's looking around the place for a brush.
There are only combs.
He'll grab one of those, I guess.
Doesn't bother anyway.
Yeah. He just wants to fix his own head fur.
All right. Well, it appears that you should probably go to Audubon Park.
All right. Let's go.
Graham rattles off the directions for you. Go ahead and everybody... Actually, no, everyone can make an insight check as he's rattling off these directions.
Once my thing responds, I will.
Okay.
Starting off strong.
Well, it's double digits. That's not what we see from...
Well, I mean, I rolled a 5.
It's still double digits. All right, so Lutra and Fant notice that he's giving you the directions, but he seems almost like he doesn't want you guys to go there, or he doesn't want you guys to know how he knows how to go there. There's just something funky about it.
Lucha kind of frowns as he's watching him give all these directions, and finally kind of steps up and says, "Is something wrong about going here?"
No, should there be?
I'm asking you. You're the one that seems like something's wrong.
There's nothing wrong. Don't you guys have a world to go save, though, before the spell runs out?
Lucha folds his arms, sits there and taps his foot. Just kind of looking at him.
And yes, you look adorable while tapping your foot, but is this your way of saying you want your ears scratched?
Well, yes, but, no.
Scratch, 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 scratch.
Thank you. But no, you said something. Something doesn't seem right about any of this.
I don't know why you're supposed to go to Audubon Park. I'm just telling you how to get there.
Have you been there before?
I live in the city. Yes, I have.
Okay. Alright. So let's go then. Where did taking a car or what? Just walking? Or are we flying there like we do everything else?
He walks over to one of those, like, key rings thing hanging on the wall, plucks the key off, and throws it to Phantasm.
We're driving.
Oh, good. I wouldn't want to gas up the plane for another 2-minute trip.
You don't have a plane right now.
There you go. See? It would be even harder to gas up the plane for a 2-minute trip.
We could always auto rocket.
No, we can't, because guess what? He's not here.
I can auto rocket.
So, because you've never actually entered this house proper through the door, this is the first time you're walking out into the bywater. And in the little driveway next to the house, Fayette definitely has a little womp womp moment as the only car in the driveway is a Prius.
How am I supposed to
He yells
fit in that itty bitty
really
thing?
loud. He yells really loud back to Graham. You realize there's no way that Anton is getting in that thing, right?
You just hear a, "Not my problem anymore!"
Shall we make this
Malkier
Prius
is also
convertible?
6'4".
Theoretically, I could just run alongside the car. Probably would attract more attention than we'd like, though.
So we would have to have Malkier drive, Anton sit in the passenger seat, and Phantasm in the back.
With Lutra in the trunk.
I'm having serious Final Fantasy 15 flashbacks at the moment.
Except I'm pretty sure Noctis didn't have Prius.
No, their car was much nicer.
Is it at least a nice Prius?
It is immaculate.
Is it hatchback?
No.
I hate you.
Do you want it to be hatchback?
Well, logistically speaking, that's probably the only way it can work.
Then it can be a hatchback.
Because otherwise, I legitimately doubt there would be space in it for, like, anyone to fit correctly.
Right.
And just so you know, Anton and Malkier would both not be able to fit up front. Otherwise, Malkier would be, like, arms against...
Strap Anton to the top, then.
Oh no, Anton and like Phantasm can fit up front, or Anton and Lutra. Although I'm not sure I'd trust Lutra driving a car.
Oh, no. He's never driven a car in his life.
Just the two biggest guys? Probably not.
Anton's just in the back of the car, looking at how he's going to stuff all the armor in here so he can ride comfortably.
There's space in the trunk for it. Maybe we could tie all your armor to the roof of the car or something.
Oh, at this point, Anton just realizes it's magical armor. I just put the sword in the back, and the armor will dematerialize. So is this an automobile?
I'm not giving either one of you credit for that.
I mean, I don't want credit for it. It's just there.
All right, now that I see that it is a sedan, we're not as in much trouble because Malkir can actually get in the back seat. Otherwise, it might have been a little difficult.
I'm just picturing like Malkir has poked a little hole and there's the scythe riding up.
Oh, I envisioned him like having the scythe like sitting over the front seat, like hanging over Anton's shoulder.
And there's just the hook of the scythe. Like,
Well, no, because the scythe is collapsible, so it's actually like not that big at the. But Malkir is 6'4". I don't think he'd fit in the back of a Prius.
Just the thought process of the little scythe overhanging and Anton. Please don't stop fast. Please don't stop fast.
Oh no, Malkir can fit in the Prius. He has to sort of sit with his knees bent, sort of crouched down all across the back seat. And Lutra either has the option of sitting in the back, since it's a hatchback, or sitting on the chest of Malkir.
Let's sit in the back, whatever.
And you know what the best part about this is? It's a 24-minute drive.
If Phantasm himself wouldn't be uncomfortable, he'd make it a longer drive.
I mean, 24 minutes with these clowns. What's the worst going to happen?
Yes, because the Bywater is on one side, over by the French Quarter, and Audubon Park, across the city over by Tulane.
Let's get this over with so we can ditch this Prius for something better.
Can we at least flip it over when we get out of it?
Yes.
There will be no rage flipping the Prius.
I'll flip it back over.
You see how immaculate this looks right now? Let's not ruin a vehicle for once in our lives.
Hey, we didn't ruin the plane.
It's just lost in time.
Under the water, the Bermuda Triangle. Again.
I will beg to differ on that whole ruining the plane thing. There's a lot of dents on it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dents isn't ruined. Dents is just character.
Character, yeah. As we've now gone into the Cars universe.
Hey, life is a highway.
And I want to ride it all night long.
Dawn.
And you're going my way.
This is clearly our musical episode, the way it's gone.
It wasn't out of context game quotes tweet, Sir George. In fact, it just went out. So you have 24 minutes in a Prius. What are y'all doing?
Trying not to kill Lutra.
Why?
Because it's 24 minutes in a Prius with Lutra.
They're just sitting there. Humming.
Okay, he's trying to get comfortable and kicking the seat in front of him.
Phantasm's got the Beatles playing.
I just saying, Lucha's just humming to himself.
I wouldn't have the Beatles playing, but okay.
Okay, what is Phantom playing then?
Well,
I mean, because I know what Crim would have playing.
right now, because of where we are, Phantasm didn't bother touching the channel, so we have some country. Because that's pretty much the only channels available.
Oh no! If you didn't touch it, it's classical. It is classical music if you do not touch the dial.
Surprised they would have classical down here, but
Satellite radio.
oh, satellite. Well, if that's the case, then well, I don't know. Are sporting events still going on 15 years in the future?
Yeah.
Totally would be tuning into the Vegas Sports or Vegas Stats and Information channel.
So we've got the Lions currently for today's baseball games.
Phantasm looks in the backseat to Mocker. Remember this for 15 years.
Lucha looks at him and says, Isn't the future like going to completely change if we do this properly?
Hey. Better be safe than sorry.
Okay, just asking.
So after 24 minutes of hilarity, and you guys finally make it to Audubon Park, and you now know why you were told to come to Audubon Park. Because
plane.
There is a plane. Your plane has landed in the park.
Oh, well,
Is this we just park planes in the park now?
apparently. How did this get here?
You hear your communicators. That's called autopilot. Also, hey everybody. Did you miss me?
Hmm?
I said, did you miss me?
Apparently,
No.
you're not afraid of flying now.
Oh no. I'm still back at base, but I remotely flew the plane. Does that count?
Oh, Hunter, hey.
I'm disappointed it took you that long to realize who I was. We're fighting right now.
No, we're not fighting. I was just surprised.
No, we're definitely fighting. So we figured you would need a plane, so we kind of called and took care of it. And yeah, please don't melt it in a volcano, please.
Well, the last one we had, we flew underwater, so it kind of makes sense that we'd fly this one into fire.
Yeah. So yours, fan.
Hey, Hunter. Is Dr. Casey doing okay?
I mean, he's been down in the lab trying to figure out what to do with my body, and that sounds really weird when I say it.
Right? No, I meant, is he starting... I know he was finally getting movement back when we left. I was wondering if he's doing better.
Oh, yeah, he's been running around like a crazy man.
I mean, he's literally been sitting for, like, what, 15 years? So I guess I would, too, if I finally got movement back after that.
Yeah, I can't breathe. I have nothing to physically move, and I'm tired watching him run around.
Right? Yeah, he's also basically sleeping for that time, too, so... Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Well, tell him I said hi.
Hey, Dad. I can hear him.
Oh, hi, Dr. Casey.
I can hear him because you have it on speaker. You do know you don't have to have it on speaker. And you can hear the grumbling, shuffling as he's literally having to get up and is distracted from what he's doing and turns you to boop, and the speaker's been turned off.
Oh. Okay then. Well, thanks for the plane, Hunter. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and now that that's not listening, go get that. And then you just hear it just cuts off as you can tell he was probably trying to say something rather inappropriate, but it just got cut off for some reason, and there's no more communication.
Get that. Okay.
So Phantasm now has a plane again.
Yay.
Yay. Volcano time.
Alrighty, I can do that. We can do that.
Hey, look, it's a volcano.
It is.
So, as we're getting closer to this, Lucha looks out the window and tilts his head. He's like, hey guys, I got a question.
No, Lutra.
Also, as Lutra's looking out the window, give me a perception check.
Who? Me?
Lutra, he's the one looking out the window.
All right then.
So as Lutra's looking out the window, he sees what appear to be a couple of ships, like actual boats, but they appear to be flying off the top of the water.
Hey guys, I got another question. I have two questions now. First one is, look at those boats. What are they doing and why are they floating over the water?
Over the water?
That's what it looks like. He points out the ships. Look down there.
Phantasm really can't see where Lutra's pointing, nor is he really too concerned because he's focusing on flying.
Okay, well also, where we're going, this volcano is supposed to be really, really hot, right? So why is it covered in snow?
Because just because the volcano's hot doesn't mean that the weather outside of it is as well. So it can still snow on the outside. The rock doesn't get hot.
Oh.
The lava is like really far down in.
Oh, okay. I see. Anyway, back to ships on floating in the water. Why?
Floating on or above? Because
Above.
floating on the water is perfectly natural.
Right,
And
no.
in fact, that's intended.
Right, no, this is above. Like, there's water, then there's nothing, and then there's ship.
Magic. Or maybe they're doing tricks. It's like a wheelie out at sea.
Oh,
Like a Sealy?
Oh.
okay. I see.
It's a mirage, Lutra.
Huh? Oh, what's that?
It's something that looks like something else, even though it actually isn't that way.
Oh.
Like when you're in the desert and it's really hot and the heat's rising up from the sand, sometimes the heat, the way it appears, may look like water in the distance. But there's no water, just sand and more sand and maybe some concrete and a cactus. There's water in the cactus, though.
Water in the cactus. Okay. Well, I guess I'll remember that if I ever get stuck in the desert. I see. Those are
Yeah, it's just
shrugs and sits down. It's like, okay, well, whatever.
it's just your brain not processing properly. It's all good.
I see.
Bant puts the plane on autopilot and sort of goes back to where Lutra is and look out the window. Can't tell specifically, but it just looks like vapors coming up off the water. So it sort of looks like the ship is floating, but there's just vapor that you see in front of it that makes that water not visible.
Oh, okay.
But that actually makes your question about the snow rather interesting.
It does?
Yes, it does. And he just goes back to the cockpit and sits down.
Why?
Just wondering what's causing the vapor to come up from the sea if it's cold enough for snow to be outside.
It just kind of shrugs and sits back down. It's like, okay.
I mean, there's a lot of science and stuff that goes into it, but basically for that to happen, the water has to be a much higher temperature than the air above it. And if that's going on, little trip into the volcano might be fun.
Well, we were going in the volcano anyway, right?
Yeah, I just said it might be more fun.
Does the ship have somewhat decent computer and internet?
I mean, yes.
Anton being bored while on approach is going to research the phenomena. Whatever. Phenomena.
Phenomenon!
Do 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 do.
Phenomenon! Thank you, Krim.
Yes, that was awesome. Thank you for making me sound even dumber than you. Anton's going to Google this, and Arthur is actually going to have a reaction to this.
You're gonna have a little conniption fit.
Just a little one.
Not damage the plane.
So, the event you're seeing, Lutra, and this is Anton speaking for the moment, is called a Fata Morgana. And it's named after, and this is where Arthur's rage starts to come in, an Arthurian sorceress, Morgana the Fae.
Relevant TG.
Roll credits. Oh, okay, so there was Merlin, and now there's this Morgana.
Yes.
I see.
She was known for her witchcraft around the sea.
Oh. Is she still around too? Oh, we were looking for Merlin.
Well, if she is, that can't be good.
Guessing she wasn't that nice of a person.
I mean, she was supposedly luring sailors to their death.
I mean, I'm going to give you this for free. You know that Morgana Le Fay, also known as the Lady of the Lake, also happens to be known as Kismet. You're pretty sure she's not a nice person.
She's not nice.
Wait, does Lutra know this, or are you talking about Anton?
Arthur knows this.
Arthur, that's fine.
Arthur definitely knows that.
Right. Oh, okay.
She's bad. We want to kill her.
Oh, okay.
While they're sitting there discussing that, Phantasm just sort of arbitrarily throws out there, she's also an illusionist.
I mean, I think we've already experienced that part.
Fant, as this is going on, go ahead and make me a vehicles check, please. Okay.
Wow, thanks, Dark.
Yeah,
This
Dark
is
touch
bad.
things. So the supposed illusory ship is firing cannonballs, and they hit.
Why are they firing at us?
So, Krim, as the pilot of the vehicle, you can go ahead and make its toughness save. It is got a toughness rank of 8. The save DC is 20.
So roll 20 plus 8.
Yep.
Right. It's 2000 whatever, and they're using cannons?
Yeah, you just boo, boo, and then there's more dents in the plane now.
That's for vehicle stability. Because obviously getting hit by the cannonballs.
Yep, you're good.
Does this ship have any kind of weapon on it?
You hear over the AI, yep, an auto rocket.
Shut up! Does this have any actual weapons on it?
No, wait. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
No, it really is a bad idea. Wait, what?
Lutra, come up here and take control. Just fly straight.
You don't really want Lucha to do that.
Band turns on the autopilot too.
Lucha goes up front.
You just hear a ding in your communicator saying, gotcha.
Fant goes to the side door and opens it up. snaps himself in. So, like, if he happens to fall out, well, not that he couldn't teleport back in, but if he happens to fall out, he doesn't go that far. And he returns fire.
Oh, you're going to hit by all 3 tiers because it's a big ship. So, yeah. You just rip through this thing, and for those of you watching from the front or looking out the window, you just see the sort of black wind, green, black, purple phantasm wind energy just sort of pepper the ship. And it doesn't look like anything happened at first, and then there's just splinters everywhere.
Oh! Hey, Fant, you got it! Good job!
Congratulations, everybody. You just destroyed the Flying Dutchman.
Finn sort of pulls himself back in and, like...
When you come back into the cockpit, Lucha is sitting there looking like he's actually trying to fly the plane straight, despite the fact that the AI is actually doing it, because he has no idea the AI is actually doing it. This feels a lot easier than it probably should be.
So Fant goes back, sits down, hits a few buttons, forgets to mute the computer, and Lucha hears autopilot off.
Lucha kind of looks around, looks at you and says, "Oh, why did you have me come up here then?"
So you won't get sucked out the door.
Well, no one else got sucked out the door.
To be fair, the others don't
armor.
Yeah, the others don't weigh as much as a 5-foot otter.
We can open the door again if you want to come back here. We'll strap you in, I promise.
And also, I think Anton and Malkir have a much easier way of getting back to where they need to go. I mean, I guess you could swim there, but...
Yeah.
So I assume you're doing the whole Final Fantasy IX fly over the volcano, jump out of it thing?
Huh?
Final Fantasy 9 style or Final Fantasy 7 style?
Either way.
We haven't done 9 yet. Let's do 9.
Does that mean that Lutra's the one sitting there jumping, like, with his arms crossed as he's falling?
Sure.
I was just picturing Anton walking.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm completely lost.
We'll show you when you're older. So yeah, I'm assuming you've already done the Midgar one with Bay City, so we'll do the Final Fantasy IX one, or this could be Final Fantasy VI off of the Blackjack. Either way, I'm assuming you guys are diving into the volcano head first.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Not head first. I prefer to land on my feet.
I figured we were just going to take the plane inside, because why not?
Wobba Fett.
Malkir just turns into a pile of ash in the middle of the plane.
And all of a sudden I hear the music from Gullig Volcano in my head. Is that Jumontoon?
Alright, so we're in the volcano, now what?
Well, it's just gonna get his parachute off, because clearly, at least I'm assuming we took those in,
Anton's parachute's on fire at this point.
right?
Yeah, the parachutes are kind of on fire.
Gotcha. Because we
Fant,
kind of completely skipped past how we actually got in here.
Fant sort of slows your fall with his wind burst. Since
I
he
figured that
can
was-
sort of break.
I figured that was how. Don't mind me.
I mean, we never do.
So yeah, as
Okay,
you,
so we're in the volcano. So who sprung the one ring in?
I mean, I have the one ring sword thingy. So what do I do? Just toss it in? And that's what the hobbits did, right? They just tossed it in?
Yeah, I think I've seen that movie.
What did?
Don't
What
think
does
you could have
Arthur
sat through all
say
9
should I-
hours of it.
Why not?
Melkir's very tempted to push Anton in at the moment.
go ahead and give me a perception check, everybody.
Why am I? Holy crap, Dark! Like seriously, did you touch my dice? That is a 2.
And I still rolled
Anyhow,
better than you.
so Anton and Lutra will notice through the steam and the hissing and the everything else that sort of down in the middle of the center of the volcano, it looks like there's a forge.
Alright.
Oh, what's
Do you want
that?
to bring a blacksmith hammer?
Well, what is
That'd be
that?
that's a forge, Lutra.
Oh, what's a forge?
It's where they make weapons.
Did we bring the
Ooh.
frog with us?
The what?
The frog.
No, we don't have
Sorry,
a frog on the team.
The obscure non-Final Fantasy reference.
We can go get a frog.
Chrono Trigger was practically a Final Fantasy game.
Chrono Trigger is one of the best RPGs.
I wasn't talking Chrono Trigger. I was talking Link to the Past.
Oh,
The Smithy Frog.
I knew what you were going with, but I just love Frog's theme.
right.
Alright, so anyone got a hammer?
I have a crossbow.
I used to have a hammer, but, things have happened since then.
That's for... Yeah, really. I'm sure there was one on the plane we jumped out of. Not that it helps us at all, I'm just sure there is one.
So Anton's going to walk down to the forge just to inspect it and see if there's any tools there or what's there.
Well, as you're taking a look around, you'll get a hero point afterwards for the surprise attack on this one, but you're going to be vulnerable for this. So I'll need you to go ahead and make a dodge check.
Just him or all of us?
Just him.
Okay.
You are fine as you manage to just jump out of the way as what appears to be a prison of rocks just jumps up in front of you out of the forge.
Is this a trap pile? Well,
And,
seems we have company.
Huh. That's...
well, that we do. You all recognize the voice.
We do?
Well, yeah, it's also
Would be
Anton.
Anton.
Oh. Oh. Hey, Anton, it's your other it's the other part of you.
Yeah, let's melt this guy.
Oh, you certainly took your sweet time getting here, didn't you?
I mean, we had to take a nap for 15 years.
I've wanted to hit you for so long.
Just hit that one, not this one.
Fair.
Lutra.
What?
You can shoot this Anton.
Okay.
True, but do you think I came along? He's going to stomp his foot, and if you remember the pyramid, this time instead of... Womp womp. This time, instead of earthen elementals, because they're being formed out of the lava, we've got magma elemental.
Ah, so you have some flaming friends. Yay.
Alrighty, so we've got that. Lutra and Phantasm, what are your initiative bonuses?
9.
14.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Bonus? 8.
I think it does it automatically anyway.
What are you talking about?
For who...
Y'all tied.
I figure we could... I mean, since it's us, can't we just pick who goes first?
Yes,
Well,
but
that's not correct because I think my agility is higher than Lutra's. So yeah, Lutra should go first.
Wait, if your agility is higher than mine, why would you go first? I mean,
It goes off the bonus.
yeah, initiative bonus. So that's why I asked whose was higher.
Well, I have, improved initiative.
Either way, yeah.
Okay.
So Lutra is technically going first.
Okay.
Oh, this should be a 10, not a 14.
Okay, so these things in front of us are just what are they again? Like these things next to not Anton?
They're
Magma elementals?
Okay, you say that like I should know what that means.
It's an earth elemental on fire.
Should I be touching that?
Probably not.
Okay.
You might not have fur after it's done.
That's fine. So I'm just going to walk up to not Anton here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my new thing I was practicing, Honor Slash.
You will hit. Take a bruise and a daze.
So what happens when Lucha steps forward and slashes at Anton, instead of doing his normal, teeth and claws attack that you guys have all seen before, he simply slashes forward. When he does so, as this is noticeable, you see a lot of what's basically static electricity slam around him and slam into Anton as he hits him. Or not Anton, as he hits him.
Fant.
So Fant takes a few steps to his left, just to basically get around Malkir, and like materializes his sword. And as he's swinging up, a beam of energy comes out at the black. This one,
At the non-yellow magma element.
yes.
You hit. Yeah, you definitely hit. And apparently, Dark touched everything tonight.
Except my hit to roll.
Like
Or
I said,
roll
2
to
weeks
hit.
of bad luck.
Alrighty, you take a chip off the elemental. But it is Earth and Anton's turn, which is what I have him listed as here. And since Lutra is right in front of him, he's just going to sort of reach out to the side and sort of form some sort of, well, earthen club around his hand, and he is attacking Lutra with Sap the Strength of Multitudes. I don't think a 19 hits, though.
No, it doesn't.
Does not hit your parry. Okay.
Nope.
That's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing. Other Anton.
Hey, that's other Anton. And Lutra, he's mine.
You said I could hit him.
I said you could shoot him, but move. I'm going for him.
Well, I can't move. It's the rules of the game. I can't do that. It's fine. Go ahead.
So Anton's gonna move in directly in on him, and oh god,
You miss.
oh that was unfortunate.
That was very unfortunate. That was all dramatic and everything in a little womp. Malkir.
Malkir just kind of like glanced over at Anton and asked if he can show him how to do it.
Was that Malkir? I can't hear you over the giant roaring volcano.
So Malkir's just kind of ignoring slash at fake Anton anyway.
You will also miss.
When Phantasm sees Malkir run up there, he mutters to himself, "Uh-oh."
It's the Magma Elemental's turn. So first things first, we've got Black Elemental. Gonna come right over here. And just gonna one giant hammer fist and smack Malkir with hammer arm. Nope, definitely not.
He will do no such thing, sir.
He will do absolutely no such thing. The other one is going to take a step back, and he, noticing how his buddy didn't really hit well, he's going to basically turn his arm into just a spike, and, well, he's attacking Sword Anton with Lava Spike. And he's going to crit.
Wow.
Lucky for you, minions cannot crit non-minions. So, it's going to hit. It's not going to do the extra damage, but you will have to make a DC 27.
It's toughness.
Yes, sir. You'll take a bruise from the giant molten lava spike just crunching you in the side.
Ow.
Lutra's up.
Does that secondary effect take place at the start of my turn or his turn?
I don't remember off the top of my head, so let me double check for you. At the end of the attacker's turn.
Okay, so at the end of this... Wait, so the
Yes.
end of my last turn or the end of this turn?
No, at the end of the attacker's following turn.
Okay, so at the end of this turn that happens.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. Alright, so... Lucha is going to... make us not all so grouped together. Because he's seen this before. He's going to go ahead and just... go back to attacking with teeth and claws. Because that one works too. Never mind.
Nope, that's not going to work.
I rolled a 4. Alright, well that's the end of my turn, so make your save on the other thing.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, there you go.
Phantasm.
Phantasm just basically swings the sword again, and another beam of energy comes out at that same elemental.
Oh, you hit it. -1 to whatever this roll is, by the way, because so he'll take another bruise. Because it's the same sheet for both elementals, so I'm keeping.
Funny thing is, he doesn't even realize he's hurt.
Even if he did, he wouldn't realize it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a minion, but yeah.
Yeah, he's a tough minion per se. So basically, and these are the same tough minion rules I used last time, where if they fail by 1, that's fine. If they fail by 3, then they go down. So first time they take double bruises, basically. But since you all have conveniently bunched up,
As I said, Fang said, "Uh-oh."
Yep. Earth and Anton is going to use Earthquake. I'm going to need dodge checks from everybody, including Phantasm, because you never said you were flying, and it's a burst area 3. It's 100. Okay, so Malkir and
I do have evasion 1.
Evasion 2.
Let's see, evasion 1 still doesn't do it for you. So Malkir, Lutra, and Phantasm will have to make a DC 18 dodge check. And, with Broken Anton's going to have to make another DC 23.
Wait, so
Also,
we roll dodge again?
Yes, because it's a dodge to avoid the area, then a dodge to avoid the effect.
Fair.
Because it's a double dodge. It's resisted by dodge.
Gotcha.
Okay, you're
Also,
taking
just so you know, TG, my modifier for increased evasion is automatically calculated.
Okay.
you're taking a free hero point from me here.
Well, if you...
You don't need to. You only need...
No.
Oh, no, never mind. You needed the 23.
Well,
Yeah,
if
23.
the thing is, if you get the hero point, you have 2 because of the attack anyway. So you can use one, but the first fail is dazed and vulnerable.
What's the second fail?
Well, you only failed by 1 tier, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. The second one is stunned and prone. Is like...
So I'm fine.
Yes. And you're up. And you're a little shaky there.
I'm close enough to reach out and touch it. Well, yeah, we don't do that yet. Oh my god.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I'm blowing the hero point there though. That's garbage.
Alrighty.
2 in a row.
Well, Gookie, for you rolled under a 10, so that plus 10, so 31 will hit. What type of save? What's up?
Like, outside of a 20 and 9 is like one of the best things to roll on a hero point spent.
Yeah, absolutely. What type of save is that? Fortitude or will?
I believe it's will.
I believe you're right. Okay. He is now hindered and vulnerable. Vulnerable is very good for you guys.
How do you like it?
Vulnerable is very
Shadow
good
boxing.
because of Malky. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, love you, Dark. It's your turn.
Thanks, Tej.
My bet's 3.
5.
2.
Whoa, that's a 15.
What do we do here? This never happens.
Yeah, suddenly someone has luck manipulation, Dark.
Oh, no, wait. He's susceptible, so Dark's gonna automatically roll good because he's gonna try to kill steal.
Oh, yeah, you know it, true.
That's what I do best.
Yeah, and he's gonna go 2 bruises and staggered with that.
And yeah, he gets a secondary effect, I'm assuming.
Yep, which will be at the end of your next turn. Just remember to remind me. All right, it is the Magma Elemental's turn. And, well, this one's right here. So he's going to punch at Lutra with Hammer Arm. And probably miss.
Doesn't it?
And the other one, since it worked so well the first time, he's going to Lava Spike you again. Yeah, that'll hit. Love you, Nora. Ooh.
Yeah, you can have my other hero point.
I think I'll take the other one, too. Oh, 11's the worst thing you can roll, so you'll take a bruise in a daze. But it's better than 2 bruises and a staggered.
Of course, I would get my rear kicked fighting myself.
But this isn't even you, it's the minions. Also, Lutra's up.
Alrighty. Alright, so... Alright. We're just gonna attack, not Anton. Oh my god.
See? I'm not the only one who can roll well, everybody.
Until not Anton rolls a 32.
Right.
It's actually not a 32, it's a 37.
Yeah, it's a 37.
Because there's the crit and the
it's
multi-attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't roll a 37. The max I can roll here is a 31. I will take a bruise in a daze, and holy crap, how did I do?
That's right. Move by action. I'm actually gonna step away here because I'm getting too crowded.
Oh, Lutra's agoraphobic.
I have reached for my weapon, that's why I backed up a bit myself.
Phantasm.
Okay, so pertinent question here. Are we in an open chamber?
Yes.
Okay. That changes what it's going to do. So, Phantasm sort of sees not Anton getting pelted, and the minions are too dumb to really notice that he's attacking him, because his whole intention was to sit there and attack the minion, trying to get him to come towards him. So Phantasm's just gonna instead be like, you know what? I'm just gonna team up on him 4-on-1. It's totally fair.
You totally hit. You totally kill steal. You totally just put dark.
About time.
And other Anton just sort of collapses in a heap of pain, and these things also disappear.
Anton, seeing this, immediately starts rummaging around for the amulet.
Phantasm just sort of stands there with the sword still impaled and not Anton, just like holding him there, looking a little impatiently at Anton.
Give me a perception check.
Whew.
You find the amulet.
I'm going to put the amulet on.
Well, what's going to happen as you put the amulet on is absolutely nothing.
Do I get my other self back? What do I... Phantasm, can you put him back in me without the evil crap that Kismet put in him?
Maybe it's because you have another soul in you?
But that's also my soul.
King Arthur's your soul?
I'm not sure it works like that, but I can try.
No, what's the worst that can happen?
I
answer
can,
that.
I can think of a lot.
I think that's a bad question to ask anybody in this group. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, Dark's not... Valkyrie's not doing it. I'm not going to, like, burst into flames or anything.
I can make that happen if you wish.
I'm good right now.
So, Fant sort of... Right now, the sword is in his right hand, sort of impaled. So he sort of switches hands, moves the sword to his left hand, and sort of impales a little bit further, so his hand is much closer to not Anton. And he places his right hand on Anton's chest, like right next to where the medallion is.
And there is a cacophony of color that erupts between the black, green, and purple that is Phantasm's magic, plus the earth tones that are the medallion of the everlasting. Basically, this not Anton kind of goes full Thanos and starts to dissolve into little tiny pieces, and then just sort of gets swept into the chest of real Anton.
Oh, that's got a funky aftertaste.
Meanwhile, Malkir and
It's a little dry.
Malkir and Lutra would just be seeing like this whirlwind energy like surrounding the two Antons and Phantasm, but the winds don't affect them at all. So it's all like visual. There's actually no wind.
That's only been how many years, but I'm back to 1 again
15.
with the next trend.
Also, totally used the wrong thing there, but it didn't really matter. Shouldn't have been ascending. Should have been Wounds of Freedom.
Even better.
Yes. That roll, though.
Wow.
Wait. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's all... There is no attack bonus because it's all perception.
Yep. We'll switch to the Forge scene now. Yes, I even had a scene with a Forge. Look at me, I'm ready to go.
Nice.
Kingdom Hearts 3 spoilers, I'm looking for Mickey ears.
Mickey ears? Why are we trying to find hidden Mickeys?
You'll know when you play the game.
I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh boy, everybody!
So at this point, Anton's going to go onto the forge and lay the sword down on the forge.
You just sort of hear this booming voice. Who deems themselves worthy to use the Forge of Ages?
It's I, King Arthur, and Anton. And Anton.
And what makes you worthy to use the Forge?
I'm King Arthur, King of the Britons. And this poor soul trapped with me is a decent guy, I assume?
That does not mean you are worthy to use the Forge. And as this says, just like a wave of lava just sort of crashes down, not on you, but near enough to you to know that whatever this thing is means business.
What challenge do you propose to prove my worthiness?
I propose no challenge. What makes you worthy to use the Forge?
Well, we're here to stop Kismet.
And the Forge will help you accomplish that. How?
Restoring Excalibur to its true glory.
And why is the finest sword ever crafted in need of repair?
Well,
It's been a while.
it's been a while. It's a little rusty. It needs a little sharpening, a little some straightening out.
The warranty's run out.
Excalibur does not dull time.
Well, I mean, Kismet did kind of touch it and split my soul into two. We just killed / reabsorbed the guy that
It's
was
corrupted.
half me. Yeah, it's
And
corrupted.
why is the finest sword ever forged in these fires corrupted?
Ask Kismet.
I'm
We're here to fix
asking you. You're here.
Silence, you fool.
You have the gall to tell me to be silenced.
Well, it's either you shut up or Kismet's going to come here and cause more trouble.
It sounds as if the entire inner chamber of the volcano is echoing with what almost sounds like rocks clapping. And out of the magma, a walkway appears to the Forge of the Ages.
So Anton's going to walk across this walkway.
Yes. Also, everyone with medallions definitely does feel the medallions pulsing a little bit.
Oh. Because mine's of water, so I'm wondering if it has any effect here.
Oh no, this is just the level of magic you're dealing with. You just feel it pulsing.
Right.
Step forth and purge the sword in the cleansing fires of the Forge of Ages.
Yeah, Anton's going to stick the sword in the fire.
you hear a hissing, a crackling, just everything you would expect to hear. Basically, you know that sound you hear when you take your hot pan off the stove and put water into it? That on a magical, crazy level. Like, everyone in the area is getting a volcanic steam facial. It exfoliates like your skin has never felt better.
And of course, Lutra's first, flu.
Oh, mad and all the hell.
Oh, yeah. Take the hammer. It's your destiny. And there is definitely a hammer right there.
Yeah. Of course, Anton's going to grab the hammer and start, working on the sword.
Oh, good. We didn't need to bring our own. Thank goodness for that.
Nope. So you're gonna get the montage of bing, 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 and unfortunately, it's just a heart container.
It's better than 50.
It's better than a big red.
Single arrow.
Yeah. Validation arrow. No,
Lutra, how'd you get your crossbow arrow in the chest?
I was just shooting earlier before we got down here, and I guess it must have just fell in. That's where that went.
Yeah, it takes about an hour, but you finally manage to. You hit the last bing, and then the sort of dark, damp muteness that was in the sword is gone, and they're glowing. And you're going to do the full, like, ripping the master sword out of the pedestal thing, because glowing above your head is Excalibur.
Ooh.
I'd pull it down, but it's attached to my wall. It's also plastic, so it's not quite as shiny.
I have a letter opener. Will that work?
Close enough. It's shinier.
Can you imagine Lucius supposed to be padding around the cavern the entire time?
Also, Phantasm definitely says that out loud. Honey, 169 swings.
What? I mean, it's a nice round number.
It's 13 squared.
It's a nice square number.
How can a number be square?
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
And Phantus looks down at his medallion, sort of like Malkier looks at his Sudoku puzzles.
What, dazed and confused?
Yeah. And he picks it up and he just stares at it. He's flipping it over.
I'm not even going to comment.
Don't worry, I'll solve this.
So, as you guys are sort of leaving the volcano,
Which, how are we doing that, by the way?
you have a phantasm.
Fair.
Auto rocket.
I can always flame teleport outside, too.
You can do that.
I don't have a
Yes,
water teleport. I'm sad.
I technically have my Earth one back.
Well, technically,
Possible.
when you're in water, you do teleport because of your swimming speed, but...
Yeah.
So we're not going to get into the semantics of how you get back into the plane because
We get out.
you get out. And as you sort of board the plane and start to fly away, the final comic panel for today is going to be another sort of Fata Morgana illusion. But this time, it's going to be sort of above the volcano. Now, if you've seen Happy Gilmore, there's at the end where there's, Chubbs and all that up in the air, sort of smiling and laughing. This is going to be sort of the same thing, but instead of that, you have what appears to be Arthur and Merlin sort of looking at each other and smiling as the final comic panel. Exactly. And that's where the to be continued panel is going to be on. So, with that, see? I didn't cliffhang. I can do it. I can make it so I don't cliffhang. It's just not as fun.
Didn't you literally just say to be continued at the end of it? Isn't that actually cliffhanger?
Not in the sense of it's to be continued because it's the next chapter happened.
Fair.
It's not a cliffhanger in the sense of something climactic just happened and we're going to wait to see what happens next week.
Fair enough.
But we are going to wait to see what happens next week.
We are going to do that. So thank you all very much for watching. On behalf of my lovely band of Beyonce songs, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And of course, remember, as always...
Wait. Before you finish. Nothing. I don't have anything. I just wanted to do that.
Keep hailing!